Welcome back to the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We are back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. We got your NBA player props, totals, spreads, predictions, parlays here for you today. We got 4 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get a sweep here in the NBA today.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bet, one like this is scale. It's straight fire, all my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cap made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Really do appreciate it, even when we struggle, my friends. Yesterday was not a great day for us. We are going 0-3, minus 3 units. It was not what we wanted to see, obviously. And we missed day 1 of our ladder as well again. So, definitely unfortunate. We definitely were very unlucky last night as well. For our ladder challenge, Jimmy Butler gets hurt in the first half, doesn't return, plays just 14 minutes. For us needing 25 PRAs from him. So obviously that gets cooked. That obviously hurt. And then we have Brandon Ingram over 30.5 PRAs. The Raptors completely trashed the Bucks, beat it by almost 30. So he doesn't play the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game. So that hurt. And then, lastly, we had Stephen Curry over 9.5 RAs. This one just didn't hit. That one was just a bad read. The only other one that we had was Jared McCain, 3+ assists. He gets 2 in the first half. And we knew it was slightly risky, right? I talked about it yesterday in the video. If you guys were taking Jared McCain, it was risky because we weren't exactly sure how many minutes he was going to play. I was like, hey, if we can sniff 20 minutes, we'll be feeling pretty good about this bet. He did get 15 minutes, which I thought was adequate. But like I said, just couldn't reel in an assist there in the second half. Really thought he was in good position, but unfortunately we missed that as well. So like I said, it was a rough day for us, guys. I'm not going to make any more excuses about it. It is what it is. We come back the next day and we bounce back. That's what we do. That's what we're going to do today. We got 4 new picks today. We got a 3-point ladder play, which should be a lot of fun. And then we're going to be running day 1 of the ladder later in the day as well. We'll restart that again. Like I said, I'm not going to be discouraged. I will not be kicked down. We are here to stay. And we're going to make that very clear. So, as far as our Comic Cappers, though, Comic Cappers once again killed it in the chat. He Who's Back called Mark Williams 10+ rebounds and Alex Caruso 8+ points. Both those had plus value on them. Love to see it, guys. Justin McKelvey called the Pelicans money line. I believe to get the first win of the season, they get that done. Love to see it. Letpix called Dyson Daniels over 13.5 points. That cashes. And then got to get the bag, calling Jalen Suggs over 3.5 assists. That also cashes. So great work there from our Comic Cappers once again. Make sure you guys are following these Comic Cappers down in the chat. Like I said, the comment section's been very hot. It usually is. You guys do a great job there in the chat. Make sure you guys don't forget to drop your favorite pick down below as always. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. And if your pick does hit in the chat, we'll include your pick in our next video if your pick hits. So, like I said, great way to participate here at the channel. Have some fun, etc., etc. It's a lot of fun, guys. I really do appreciate all of you guys. You guys killed it with the liking, the commenting of the video. If you guys could do that again today for me, I appreciate it. Hit that like button, comment on the video, hype the video, share the video. Those things help me out a lot, so I do appreciate you guys for doing that, and they are free to do, of course. So appreciate that. Like I said, we'll have a ladder challenge out a little bit later today. We'll be dropping a couple NFL videos today as well, so make sure you guys are looking out for all those things. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into our picks and get this sweep. At number 1, we're going Luka Doncic, under 3.5 assists here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Going plus 121 odds here on DraftKings. So, let me first say that I love the value that we're getting. I love it anytime we can get plus value. I'm in a good spot. And I think he's in a great spot here to go under. He's under in 2 of 4 games this season. Obviously, there's been a little bit of a lack of continuity with this Lakers team with him in and out of the lineup. The Lakers, though, have held up pretty well with Austin Reeves and company. But Doncic obviously has been in and out of the lineup more than a few times here to start the season. So far, under in 2 of 4 games this season. Under in 5 of his last 7 games versus the San Antonio Spurs, this is really what it's about. It's about the matchup. Spurs ranked 9th in threes allowed to point guards on the season, so that's obviously pretty solid. They rank second in defensive rating for the season. So this team has played great defense this season. Part of the reason for their very hot start so far to the season. The Spurs have been fantastic to open up the season. And most of that has been on the defensive end. So I'd love to see that, obviously. Luka here under in 17 of 31 home games last season. So he doesn't exactly shoot the lights out here at Crypto. And once again, I don't, I think in a tough matchup here where you can get plus value on this line, I think it is great value here that we're getting. Spurs 5th best at defending the top of the key three. And the reason I mentioned that is because Luka, most of his threes come from in and around that area, right? He doesn't take a lot of corner threes. Most of his threes come from up top. And the Spurs have defended up there very well. So I love seeing that. And obviously they know that he can shoot the three. And he's a very lethal three-point shooter. At least he can be. But I really like him going under here, guys. I think this is such a great spot for him. We're uncertain of how many minutes they might limit his minutes a little bit with all of his in and out of the lineup stuff. So maybe he doesn't play as many minutes. It's always a possibility. But I really like the spot versus a good Spurs defense right now. It's been playing good defense on the season. I really like his spot here to go under. And the Lakers honestly have a lot of options they go to. Hopefully Reeves is playing. He is listed on the injury report. In either case, I'm not too worried about something like this. If it was a points line, I'd be more worried about it. Because Luka doesn't have to shoot threes to score. Obviously, Luka does a lot of his damage from the mid-range down, which I think mid-range is going to be a better spot to attack here versus the Spurs defense. So, love it there, guys, for number one pick, though. We're going Luka Doncic under 3.5 threes here for the Los Angeles Lakers. We got plus 121 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number two, we got Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going minus 104 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit here. 4-6 so far this season to this line, averaging over 29 points per game, so we'd like to see that. Posted 37 points last time he played against the 76ers, so it's obviously pretty solid. 76ers ranked 28th in points allowed to shooting guards this season. And in this particular spot, Darius Garland may be coming back, which I don't mind at all. That would definitely slide Mitchell over to the shooting guard position, and Garland would be playing point, which would be ideal for someone like Mitchell. I think pretty much the 76ers, what they've really been struggling with is against, guys that like to take it to the basket and get their shots either in the mid-range and down. They struggled a lot versus Giddey last night. He put up a triple-double. He was phenomenal. He was doing everything for the Bulls. So I think Mitchell's another one of these guys that could get to his spots. Obviously, he can operate at all three levels, three-point line and down. But I really like, obviously, this matchup. I think he's going to be able to take advantage of it today. Obviously, they dropped his line to 25.5 now with the idea that Garland's come back. And there's a chance that Garland may not play tonight. Garland is listed as questionable. Jared Allen's listed as questionable. Merrill's listed as out. Or either Merrill is questionable, Max Strus is out. So there's some bodies here that could definitely be out for Cleveland. And in this case, obviously, like Mitchell's usage there to go up. And once again, I think he should be able to cook here. Donovan Mitchell, anytime I can get a 25.5 point line on Donovan Mitchell, I'm always tempted to take it just because it's a very manageable points line for a guy like this. Obviously, a very dangerous scorer. I think he gets it done tonight. The big question that we have here is, can the 76ers stay in the game? I would say they can. They got a nice young team this season. They've played pretty well so far to open the season. Got some surprising young players that play well, VJ Edgecombe. So I think the 76ers can hang in there, and that's really the hope. The spread here is set to 10 in favor of the Cavs. That's my only little concern that I have. Could be potentially lost minutes in the fourth. So hopefully Philly comes out and is competitive. So far this season, though, the Cavs have been somewhat of a letdown team on the spread anyway. So I think, honestly, the 76ers can hang in here and they can keep this game competitive and keep Mitchell playing. That's what we need. So, love it there, guys, for number two pick. We're going Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going minus 104 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, at number three, we're going with the Miami Heat plus 9.5 here on the spread versus the Denver Nuggets. We got minus 110 odds here on DraftKings, risking a unit here. So far, guys, the Heat have been one of the, surprises to start the season a little bit here, especially with the distractions, with Terry Rozier and all that stuff going on. It hasn't really affected them on the court. They've been pretty good overall on the court. We did take them the other night versus the Lakers on a plus spread, and they did not cover. It was fairly close. And then the next night they came out and beat the Clippers in the same arena. So that was pretty wild. Oh, not in the same arena. They don't play in the same arena anymore. But they came out and they beat the Clippers. So obviously, I wish I ran it back because I think the spread was about 10 that day, and they came out and won straight up. So this Heat team overall has been pretty resilient, pretty gritty, pretty tough to knock down. They're 5-2 against the spread this season with a plus 10.6 differential. So the Bucks certainly have not gotten them right to open the season. They've been close. Even in the games they didn't cover, like I said, versus the Lakers, they had a shot to cover in that one as well. Nuggets here 3-3 against the spread with a plus 3.3 differential. So they've been solid. The Bucks have been about right on them so far to open the season. Heat here 3rd in defensive ranking, 12th in offensive rating. So they've really been pretty solid on both sides, particularly at defense though, ranking 3rd. Obviously, I like to see that. I like a team that can play good defense. And the Heat obviously have done that so far this year. Love the addition of Norman Powell as well, coming over from the Clippers. I think that's fantastic. Really balances things out for Bam Adebayo. So right now, they're not really missing Tyler Herro like crazy right now. I'm just saying. So I don't mind him being out. I like the depth, honestly, that they have when you look up and down this lineup. They have some good players here. Khalil Ware, Bam Adebayo. They got great depth off the bench. So I really do like this Heat team, honestly. I like what they're doing. And they had obviously Norman Powell in with that as well. I really like this team. I do. I think this is gonna be a team that's here to stay. It's gonna play good defense and compete every night, which you'd love to see that. Nuggets are tough. They're 4th in defensive rating, 2nd in offensive rating. They're a good team this year as well. They've been fantastic. Aaron Gordon's been fantastic. Jokic obviously doing his thing. This is a tough team. Any way you slice it, the Nuggets are always tough to deal with. Especially up in Denver, they're tough to deal with. But at some point, I go, okay, how many points is too many points? If this was 5.5, obviously, I'm not taking the Heat on a 5.5 line. 9.5 though, almost a double-digit line. Got to look at the Heat here. I think, like I said, they've been competitive in just about every game. They've been pretty good in just about every game. Like I said, that Lakers game, they were relatively close. Unfortunately, they didn't cover for us that day. Would have loved it if they did. Would have made this call a lot easier. Obviously, we're trying to get our money back here with the Heat. But I think this is a team right now, guys. I really like the formula for their team. I like their bigs, Khalil Ware and Bam Adebayo. I think they get it done here. So, love it there for number 3 pick, guys. You got the Miami Heat plus 9.5 here on the spread versus the Denver Nuggets minus 110 odds on DraftKings. Okay, at number 4, we get the 3-point ladder for Dante DiVincenzo. Starting out with 3 plus 3s from minus 130 odds on Fanatics, risking 1.10 units. And then the rest as follows here on DraftKings: 4 threes for plus 168, 5 threes for plus 383, 6 threes for plus 870, and 7 for plus 1880. You guys see what we're risking as far as units. 2-unit play total. Starting with the main piece of the pie, though, for him to hit 3 threes. 6 of 7 this season, he's hit 3 plus 3s. He's attempted 25 threes in the last 2 games. I like seeing that. Now, obviously, Anthony Edwards likely coming back tonight. He's listed as questionable, though, on the injury report. So there's a chance that he still doesn't play, which obviously, if he doesn't play, that opens up a bevy of opportunities here for us guys. But there's a good chance that he plays, and I'm fine with that. DiVincenzo's playing against his old team. He's averaging 30 minutes per game this season. He's going to have opportunities to cash here versus the Knicks. The Knicks haven't particularly defended the 3-point line well. And that's pretty much in line with how they've been the last few years. They're a good defensive team, but they don't particularly defend that 3-point line great. They're 25th in threes allowed to scoring guard, so I like seeing that. DiVincenzo classifies as a scoring guard, even though he'll run point guard, right? But he classifies as a scoring guard. He'll move around the court looking for his 3-point shot, which obviously he did the last 2 games. 25 plus 3-point attempts. That's why I like the ladder. If we're going to get any type of volume like that, he going to have a good chance to hit a good amount of threes. So last season when he played 30 plus minutes, he was 10 of 15 hitting 3 plus 3s. 6 out of 15 hitting 4+ threes, 5 out of 15 hitting 5+ threes, and 3 out of 15 hitting 6+. So this guy has it in him to go off, and who do you think he wants to go off against? Back in the building that let him go, where he set the 3-point record for a season for the Knicks. It's a great place for him. Obviously, he shoots very well in New York. Had that historic season there with the Knicks. I think this is just a great spot for him to go over. Like I said, versus his old team, his old teammates. He's going to want to lay it on him. And like I said, the Knicks, for what it's worth, have not defended the 3-point line very good. So I think this guy can go off. I'm excited to see it, honestly. I hope he hits 7. That would be amazing if he could rack up 7 threes. I'm not anticipating 7 threes necessarily, guys. You know, the formula is there. We're not risking a lot of money on him to hit 7 because it's very unlikely that he hits 7. It's plus 1880 for a reason, okay? But I think, obviously, like I said, up to 5 threes. I'm expecting him to hit about 5 tonight. And if he goes crazy, we're going to be really soaking in the dough. So, I love to see it, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. The next rank, 24th, defending the top of the key 3. 19th and 20th from each of the corners, defending the 3. So with the next rank there. So they struggle versus a 3 all the way around, which I love seeing that. So love it there for number 4 pick, guys. We got the Dante DiVincenzo 3-point ladder, starting with 3 threes, going up to 7, starting at minus 130 value, going up to plus 1880. Let's lock in. And then, guys, of course, our For the Sweep Parlay, valued at plus 1267 odds on DraftKings, risking a 10th of a unit here. So, obviously, the For the Sweep Parlay has DiVincenzo to hit 3 threes. We're not trying to cook all of our plays, guys, in case he doesn't go completely off, right? Let's go risking a 10th of a unit here, guys, to bring back about 1.3 units. Would love to see that and give us a huge day here in the NBA. So, that is it for our picks, though. If you guys enjoyed the content, hit the like and subscribe for me. Outside of that, that is going to do it for me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.